So welcome back to the channel, guys. So as you guys can see, we have a major problem. We have a major coolant leak coming from the engine valley. The oil cooler seal was actually leaking. We couldn't actually tell because once everything is back on, like the oil cooler, the EGR cooler, all your piping and your inlet manifold, you can't actually tell where that leak is coming from. When you drive for about 2-3 hours, park it up, you'll get a strong smell of coolant. But once you open the bonnet and try looking for the leak, you would not get any signs of where the leak's coming from. So I was assuming it's probably the water pump that's actually gone on it, because you will get like a bit of water coming down from the sides where the water would actually rise up to. You see right there where it's actually dried up a bit, so the water would be quite high. I think when you brake, that's when it actually pushes water down onto the side of the engine. So doing a further investigation, I found that the oil seal, well, the oil cooler seal was actually leaking. You can see right there, that's our main issue. So it's actually letting water out from under the seal. So what I've done is I've ordered the new seals. I've also shot blasted the oil cooler plate where the oil cooler sits on and goes onto the engine. So that's all done. It's nice and clean, so you can start fitting it all back together. I mean, it did take quite a while to actually investigate it because I just couldn't think of where it will actually be coming from. But I find out that is the oil cooler. Sometimes on these Audis, it is this rare water pump housing right here that normally leaks from the sides, but it's not that. We did pressure test it and that didn't really work out as well. I think when we were pressure testing it, even the coolant was just rising up. You can't really see it once everything's on, as I mentioned before. So all the work's been done on it. No full facelift. We got the side trims on, you got the alloy wheels on. I mean, it's looking good. In the back we got the engine cover, we got the oil EGR cooler, inlet manifold, and we got the throttle body and the EGR motor as well. As well as that, guys, we got the oil cooler. So yeah, and also the antifreeze, which you'll need to put in once we are done. I think the best thing to do now is start building it all back up. It will probably take a few hours to do. So check it out, guys, everything's all been done now. I've installed everything, got the engine cover back on, which is the last thing. I've also put some coolant in and checked the oil level. We are pretty much ready to go now. So what I'll do is I'll drive around for a couple of days and hopefully we should be all good to go. It's been about a week now. The coolant's all good, the level's all there. I'll just show you now, there's no leak. I've also cleaned around the engine bay to make sure there isn't any leak. So the engine is nice and clean. I've also left the cover off just to make sure I can see all the areas and nothing's all hidden. Everything looks all clean. If there is a leak, it'll show up, like it'll be a bit wet or something, but everything's all dry. It's not lost any coolant. So I've been driving around for a few days. Also, what used to happen was before, when it was leaking, when I'm driving it, the coolant used to come down, go onto the belt, and the steering used to go heavy because it used to slip off the power steering pump. So that was quite dangerous. So that's all been done now. I've been driving it, so it's pretty good. I'm also just checking it every other day to make sure there isn't any leak. If there is a leak, you'll see like coolant splashes everywhere, like you see around here with the old coolant spin, little dots. I mean, for some of you guys who are new here, the things that have been changed on the car have been the front and back bumper, the headlights. We also put the rubber molding on. So it was an SE. We broke a S-line that we bought, which was a flood damage, and we transferred all the parts onto here, making it into a full facelift. You see we got the alloy wheels on there, the 21-inch. So we've come down to the interior, guys. It had the SE steering wheel on there. We replaced it with the S-line, and also that gear knob was SE. S-line again. I think we ain't put the S-line seats on. I think these ones are good. It's full leather. What do you think?
Yeah, they'll do the job, to be honest. It's just as nice.
They are quite comfy as well. So
Yeah.
the dashboard was gone, steering airbag. What we haven't done is the windscreen. I'll probably do that in a couple of weeks' time. It's got a crack on there.
Yeah, it's a very slight, actually slight big crack. And it's got like a little stone chip
Also,
on the
it's
front
got a
as well.
stone chip on it. It is quite dirty from inside. It does need a deep clean. It's all messy from inside.
So you got some barbecue stuff in the back.
Yeah, I'm having a barbecue tomorrow, so I just went down to B&Q and grabbed some stuff.
Yeah, it's a really good car for like carrying, you know, a lot of stuff.
So it's a 7-seater.
Got a huge space in the back of the car.
Yeah guys, on the rear what I've done was changed the rear bumper. The SE one's actually different, so that's a facelift rear bumper. Tips are the same, lights are already facelift. I think they come from 13 onwards. All the door moulding, there's a bit of repair that was done on both doors.
Was this the damaged side then? I'm sure it was this side.
It had a few dents on this side. These old mouldings along the door have been changed. On the SE they're different as well.
Yeah, the side skirts are the facelift ones, aren't they?
Yeah, the facelift side skirts. I mean, I did have these refurbed in grey. The good thing with grey is it actually hides the brake dust a bit. I mean, if it was silver, it'd stand out quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it might not look it, but they're actually really badly dirty. But on camera, it just looks like that's the actual curve of them.
Yeah, that's a good thing with grey, actually hides the brake dust on there. Yeah, on the front, obviously we got the facelift lights, LED indicators, the foggies. I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, once it's on road, when I'm driving it now, it's quite smooth as well. Downside of it being an SE is it's a 205 brake, and when you're driving it, it's not really got the power there, so it drinks more fuel. So I might just get it remapped. I think the bug engines, they normally come with about 300 brake.
Yeah, I think they do. So what's left in this car now? Is it just the windscreen?
The only thing I think that's left is the windscreen now. Once the windscreen is actually done, a little deep clean, you can see from the alloys, looking at it from outside and the inside, it is quite filthy. So I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so that's the update, guys, on the Q7. That's pretty much done. Majority of the work was done off camera.
Yeah.
And one of our neighbours does a lot of painting for us. And he painted this car as well.
We still got a lot of parts left of the other Q7. So we got the doors, we got the wings. So we got bits and bobs left. So we might buy another Q7. And if it's got like a bit of side damage or suspension damage, we could use them parts up. But for now, guys, drop your comments down below on what sort of cars you guys want to see on the channel. Because we are getting rid of this, the C63,
we're gonna slowly start selling cars now, so we can purchase something else.
R35
right now,
as well.
We've got way too many cars.
Yeah, the thing is, guys, we don't really drive the C63
Exactly.
or the GTR. They just sat there. We don't really get time. I'm working in the garage. I mean, if I'm not in the garage, I'm in the workshop here doing videos and obviously working on our project cars. So drop your comments down below on what we should actually get.
I might as well give them a quick update on the 335. So as you can see, guys, there's not really much done to this car. It's the same as how you guys saw it before. We are still waiting for the coilovers to get here along with the spacers. I mean, once the coilovers and spacers get here, we can lower the car, we can fit the spacers on, then we can see how the car, looks with the alloy wheels on there, lowered and spaced out as well. Because we want to do that before we actually start, sealing, just in case we need to, do some adjustments on the arches. Because what we need to do is, once we lowered it, put the spacers on, we need to kind of drive the car around a bit just to see if it's going to rub. If it does rub, we can take care of it now instead of later on once we paint the car.
I mean, once the coilovers are, the good thing is obviously you could adjust them. So yeah, I think we'll wait for them to come once I see it, then we know what we're working with.
Yes, I'm hoping maybe next week we can do a video on the 335i. If not, we'll probably just do a video on the GTR because it does have a bit of a oil leak, is that correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we can do that sometime next week.
The oil cooler's got a leak on the joint, so we have got the joint and there's a little washer jet on the front driver's side that was missing, so we do need to replace that. We got all the parts here now. They actually come from Japan, which took a couple of weeks to come. So they're all here, so what we need to do is we need to get that in one of the days and record that. Yeah,
definitely. So I think what we'll do is for this week we'll upload the Q7 video, and then next week if the parts come we'll do a 335i video. If not, we'll just do a GTR video.
Yeah. Well
so
then, yeah. I can see that you've obviously bolted it on.
Yeah, so this is the hardware that I bought for the
I mean, it looks pretty good.
They're pretty sturdy. I mean, you just use a little Allen key to kind of tighten them up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good job there.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite straightforward, but I did mess up a bit though. As you can see, guys, I've drilled through the little bracket just back here that holds the fuel cap, and now it's kind of floppy.
Yeah, I think there's like a little stick thing that actually slots straight in that holds the cap into place, and you drill straight into it, and it's just
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of messed
flopping
up there.
around.
But you reckon we can sort that out?
Yeah, we can. If not, we'll just leave it as is.
No, we can definitely sort that out, guys.
Yeah, nah, guys, that will be
Put more
sorted.
time and effort into
I mean, who would actually know that that will actually mess up the cap? It's one of them things, guys. You live and you learn. Hopefully, once obviously the kit is done, we'll get that sorted as well.
Yeah, definitely. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more videos because we have been slacking and we are going to start putting out more videos. So yeah, in the meantime, just follow us on Instagram at Performance Vehicles.
And make sure you drop your comments down below, guys, because we do read all your comments.
Yeah, so if there's any cars you guys want to see in the channel, drop them down below and we'll consider buying them. For now, guys, this is it for this video and we'll see you guys in the next one.